Okay, big road trip coming up for your Seattle Mariners, and it starts tonight, Tuesday, July, whatever it is. And it's the Seattle Mariners taking on the New York Yankees, who are struggling. Now, they still have a record of 49-41, a record of 26-17 at home. They have that one big tall guy that we'll talk about a little bit. But things have not been going particularly well. They lost 2 of 3 against New York. They were swept by the Toronto Blue Jays over a 4-game set. They did take 2 of 3 against the A's before that, but lose 2 of 3 to Cincinnati in the series before that. I think that's far enough to go back. But things have not gone particularly well for the New York Yankees, but a very talented baseball team. A very talented baseball team that is better at home than on the road, as most teams are. And let's take a look at kind of where they stand. And I know that that doesn't necessarily represent how they're playing right now, but let's take a look at their overall rankings and some important stats. So let's not get it twisted, as the kids once said. A lot of these numbers are based on one person in particular, but the Yankees have a good offense. They have scored 462 runs. That's 4th in baseball. They have the best on-base percentage of .337, and they are number 2 in slugging at .453. Those are solid numbers. Pitching, not as good. 3.84 ERA, which ranks right in the middle. 1.22 whip, if you care about it, is 7th. Batting average allowed of .224 is actually 2nd, and they have 34 quality starts, which ties for 14th. Once again, if those numbers seem weird, it's just the stats that ESPN gives, It's just the 4 numbers they put in that little corner for whatever reason. The Yankees are led by a guy named Aaron Judge, who is having a spectacular season. He's hitting .360. He's getting on at a .468 clip. He's slugging .734. He's hit 33 home runs, second only to a certain guy. You may have heard of him. His name is Luis Arias. No, his name is Cal Raleigh, and he's just having to call it an MVP season is the understatement of understatements. A 1.202 OPS. That's really good. That's really good. But there are some other guys who are having good years for them as well. Yasraldo Chisholm, a.k.a. Jazz Chisholm, has an 841 OPS. Trent Grisham, a lot of people thought he should have been an all-star over Julio. 826 OPS. Cody Bellinger's been so-so, a 799 OPS. Paul Goldschmidt was red hot for a while. Numbers have slowed down a little bit, but 284, 344, 426, 772 OPS. Jason Dominguez, I just can't help it. Having a solid first rookie full season. He's still a rookie, amazingly. 771 OPS. It seems like he's gotten time in the last 5 seasons, so you'd figure it's not, but they're a good offense. They're a good offense. They strike out a lot. They are a team that relies on the free pass a lot. You have a bunch of players here with over 25 walks already. Jason Dominguez is 31. Aaron Judge has 65. I don't know why anyone pitches to that guy, but, it is what it is. Trent Grisham's got a .353 on base percentage. They rely on the free pass, but they strike out a lot. A bunch of guys with over 60 strikeouts, including Aaron Judge with 101. Let's take a look at these pitching matchups because I think they're pretty interesting. You know what? I like pitching matchups, but even more, what I like more than pitching matchups is Simply Seattle, the very best in Seattle sports gear. Use code MOLLYWOP15 to save 15% off your order, MOLLYWHOP15. Link in the description. Really appreciate the support from Simply Seattle. Please check them out. Really good deal. Not just for Mariner stuff, great stuff for the Kraken, Seahawks, Storm. You can find it all. Okay, your 3 pitching matchups for this week are scheduled to be Will Warren against Logan Gilbert, Cam Schlittler, careful with that one, against Logan Evans, and Marcus Stroman against Brian Wu. So we'll talk more about Schlittler and Stroman when we get there, but let's talk about Will Warren, because Will Warren is a pitcher that I've paid pretty close attention to for a while as a prospect guy, and there's some good stuff here, right? If you're looking for the good, He has 107 strikeouts and 84 and a third innings. That's a very solid rate. Okay. You looking for some bad? It comes with a 5.02 ERA, 39 walks in 84 innings. That's not very good. And he has allowed, doesn't say. That's okay. I was looking for the homer total, but I'm guessing it's pretty high. Thanks, ESPN. You get worse and worse at providing stat stuff. Let's take a look at some Warren Savant page because they actually are good at what they do. I mean, I used to work for ESPN, so I'm allowed to do that, right? Okay. There are a couple of elite numbers here. The fastball run value is in the 94th percentile of 10, which means he is 10 runs better with his fastball than your average pitcher. It's really, really good. His strikeout rate of 28.7 is really, really good. And he does it a lot with extension. It's kind of similar, not as good off-speed stuff, but it's a similar profile to Logan Gilbert in that he gets on top of you real quick, and he uses his four-seam fastball a lot, 39% of the time. He also has a sweeper, he has a sinker, he has a changeup, and he has a curveball. So that fastball is really good. Really, really good. The rest is not so much. And it's one of the reasons why his chase rate is so low, only 24.3% of the time, because hitters sit on that fastball. Absolutely sit on it. And a lot of times it's not in the strike zone. A 10.5% walk rate is gross. Hard hit rate of 46% is gross. Amazingly, his ground ball rate's actually pretty good, 43.3. You'd think that profile wouldn't lead to a lot of ground balls, but that's not so bad. Average exit velocity of 91 miles per hour is pretty gross. Now, his expected ERA and his expected batting average are both above 60%, above the 60th percentile, excuse me. But not really. Let's take a look at the stats per pitch because this really tells the story of what. So you really, if you were looking for a pitcher that shows you poor control and poor command that still has good stuff, Will Warren's profile is like the picture you would see next to the definition, like that old Simpsons joke. Like you would see the picture of Montgomery Burns or Homer Simpson next to the word, but instead it'd be Will Warren next to whatever word it would be that describes that. Because like you look at the four-seam fastball, hitters are hitting 190 against it, a weighted on base average of 287. They're only slugging 306 against it, a 32.6% K rate, and a 27.2% whiff rate. His expected batting average stat is 204, 323. That's really good. Really, really good. Okay. And then you take a look at the sweeper, and that has a 33.9% whiff rate. And you look at the curveball, and that has a 43.2% whiff rate. And you look at the changeup, and that has a 28.1% whiff rate. Really good numbers. And yet, you take a look at that sweeper we just told you about. Hitters are hitting 323 with a 523 slugging percentage against it. You take a look at that changeup, 250, 521 slugging percentage. That curveball, better, 238 slugging. And the expected stats are even better than that. That shows you that it's not a question of stuff with Will Warren. It's a question of command. And I think this is a pitcher that the Seattle Mariners need to be patient against. Now, if you get that slider, if he some reason starts you off with that thing, take advantage. Take advantage because he's probably going to miss his spot. But there's a very good chance you're going to fall behind, or he's going to fall behind, and you're going to come out ahead. You've got to be patient with Will Warren. Make Will Warren work. If you do, you have a very good chance of having a successful game. Okay, on the other side of the spectrum, Logan Gilbert. So Gilbert's numbers over his last few starts have not been great, even though I think the stuff has looked fantastic. I think the key for this one, locating the slider. It's similar to Will Warren. Like he's getting so many whiffs on it, but there's just been too many of them in the middle of the plate. If Logan Gilbert can just get ahead like he usually does, and then finish that slider And what I'd be looking for is less backdoor sliders. You know, just finish them off low and away. Finish them off low and away. Your stuff is so good, and you get so much extension on your delivery. Just finish them off. You don't try to trick guys. Just show that stuff. Show that stuff and pitch around Aaron Judge. Let everyone else beat you. Let every single person but Aaron Judge beat you. Be really curious to see how they pitch to Cal Raleigh. Real quick, let's take a look at the lineups. This is a little bit longer than I wanted to go, but that's okay. It's your typical lineup for both. For the Seattle Mariners, that's the one you care about. J.P. Crawford, Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, Randy Rosarina, Jorge Polanco, Luke Raley, Dominic Canzone, Ben Williamson, and Cole Young. I think everybody should be able to have a good day here. Now, everyone won't, but there's not any like particular matchup here that I look at and say, ooh, this is interesting. Like, I just think Will Warren's the type of guy you should be able to beat. Now, it's going to be about keeping the strikeouts to a low rate and, again, being patient. And on the other side of things, they go Jason Dominguez, that big, tall guy, Cody Bellinger, Giancarlo Stanton, Jazz Chisholm, Paul Goldschmidt, Austin Wells, Anthony Volpe, Osvaldo Peraza. It's kind of weird. I feel like the Mariner lineup isn't that far behind the Yankee lineup. Now, they don't have an Aaron Judge. As good as Big Dumper is, they don't have it. The rest of it, it's just okay. It's just okay. They score a lot of runs, but it's because of that guy. It's not solely him, but it's not far behind. It'd be really nice to get a win here and get a good start to the series. And we'll talk about the rest more. Really appreciate you guys checking out this new format. Again, all feedback appreciated, but really would appreciate you guys hitting like because it really helps the videos. And I would appreciate hitting subscribe because it helps my ego. Really appreciate it again. Really trying hard to say really less. It just is what it is.